Right, welcome back everybody. Let's get into stories of the day. The Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture. It's expected to hear Denel-related evidence from the arms manufacturer's former land system CEO, Stefan Berger, when it resumes this morning.
Communications Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams is today expected to make a pronouncement regarding the now temporarily suspended retrenchment process at the SABC. And this follows yesterday's meeting between her, Labour Minister Thulas Nxesi, as well as SABC board and Labour unions.
Let's take a look at the numbers now. These are the latest COVID-19 cases in South Africa. 769,759. The total number of deaths, 20,968. A total of 711,195 people have since recovered. The total active cases in South Africa at the moment, 37,596.
Right, let's move on to those trending topics now. First up, hashtag Tumamina Media Group. Now, this had Twitter abuzz and has been trending on various fronts. So it turns out that there was a media group that was established under the heading Tumamina Group, and various South African journalists actually on that particular group. And then Twitter got onto this and said, well, this group was effectively established to put out a certain narrative.
Indeed they are, and this is something that everybody's been speaking about. Of course, the journalists concerned have come forward and said, no, this is not exactly what you are reporting, and there's a lot going on about this, and you will see the Tumamina Media Group. And I think one of the things that it was said was that there is it was set up before, I think, the late Ahmed Kathrada's funeral, or thereabouts, to have information going out about his funeral, and then the group just stayed. So there's quite a lot around this particular one. So if you go and have a look at it, that'll give you a better explanation as to what's going on with regard to this tumor.
People questioning all sorts of things, saying that if indeed this was about the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, why didn't it say Ahmed Kathrada Media Group and things like that? But of course, then Piet Rampedi also getting drawn into the fray, and people saying that he's being less than honest about what actually happened here, or he has been lied to about it, but lots being said about that. You can go and have a read. As
Absolutely.
I say, it's been trending on several fronts, and you can make up your mind for yourself.
All right, then Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump has finally accepted a formal U.S. transition, saying that it should begin for President-elect Joe Biden to take office. Goodness me. I mean, how many weeks ago were the elections? So he's finally doing it.
Yeah.
Not that he's conceding. Don't get the reports wrong. He is not conceding.
Still fighting.
Still going ahead, but he says that the president said the federal agency overseeing the handover must, to quote, do what needs to be done, even as he vowed to keep contesting this election defeat.
Yeah.
So that is in a nutshell why Trump is trending.
He's under quite a bit of pressure. About 160 New York executives also calling for him to actually start that transition. So he's under pressure, seems to be losing popularity in this regard. So it seems as though he's moving to that.
Indeed. All right. And then finally, Malema and Cele. This was actually in the news as well this morning. It was basically what happened is that during a rally on I think it was on the weekend.
On the weekend,
in the Free State. Have a look at the video. Then have a look at the video, and then we can talk about the story and the trend.
Because mutwazi ba ka batamela red beret re tsola phutsi ya le bonesa ra o shapa ka yona motho ya le ba re shoot from a distance. The way they are coward men run and outrun women, cowards policemen shoot women at the close range. You are cowards, bloody fools. Mapolisa, if South African police want a fight, they must declare it. We will treat them the same way we treated them in the 80s. We will not only fight them at the picket lines, we will go to their homes and fight them in their own houses with their own families. We are not scared of police. They think this uniform uniform gives them some superior power. They will see you after you take off the uniform.
All right, well, there you go. That is exactly what we've been talking about. And of course, the story carried in our news where the police minister, Bheki Cele, said that police will defend themselves against any attacks and, of course, condemn those statements of EFF leader Julius Malema. So two big trending topics that are both related. In fact, we are going to continue in our news headline bulletin now, and perhaps more of that story is in there. So let's go, 6:30 here on the program.